Hello everyone, how are you doing in sleepy YouTube land? I hope you're doing well. I have not made one of these in a few days, mainly because I was feeling a bit under the weather, and was also interrupted by the Thanksgiving holiday, which is not a bad interruption at all, a very good one. If you are in the States, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And were able to enjoy lots of good food, or even a little bit, as long as the food was good. The quantity is not as important. And that you were able to enjoy that food with people you loved, or at least cared very deeply for. Good friends and family. I had a very nice Thanksgiving holiday. We went over to some very good friends of ours' house and had Thanksgiving dinner with them and watched some football and had excellent conversation. And really that's all the Thanksgiving holiday is about. Gathering around the table with good friends and remembering what you have to be thankful for. The day after Thanksgiving, I did my yearly stint as Santa Claus in a local shopping center, I guess you would call it. It was not a mall, it's more of a collection of shops. And they are all around a large open field where they often have bands that play and other activities. And on Saturday they had a large festival there. I was in Santa's workshop, and that was in a empty storefront. And outside they had all different types of fun things for kids to do. They had face painting from some very good face painters. They knew what they were doing, because the kids would come in and they had full tiger face and alligators, and mermaids. They were all very well done. And they had a jumping castle. And they had a band that played on a stage. And they had a mechanical bull there as well. I thought that was interesting. It seemed like everyone was having a very good time with their families. I always like playing Santa. Some kids greet Santa as if he were a long-lost friend, running across the gap and jumping into his arms. Other kids are much more leery. Some of them are confused about what's actually going on. And then, of course, some of them are downright terrified. But the photographer that I work with is very good. She was able to calm most of the children down. There were a handful that just refused outright. Some of them just kicking and crying and screaming and making a huge racket, which is fairly standard. Then you have a few who just simply state, "No, I will not do that." One girl in particular was not emotional. She was clearly scared, but she emphatically stated, "I do not want any photos," and she stomped out of the room. I thought that was a very interesting reaction. She did not make a huge production out of it. She was obviously upset, but she was not screaming, crying. I had one small child give me her pacifier, much to my confusion, until her mother explained it to me, and that was, they had talked about this girl giving up her pacifier and giving it to Santa so that she could go into preschool. So I graciously accepted the pacifier, and the little girl was absolutely thrilled. And I think her parents were too. And I think that's what I like about it the most, is the interaction and seeing people's reaction to a character. Because it's certainly not to me. They don't know who I am. I always try to be warm and friendly and wave and say Merry Christmas to everyone as I walk down to Santa's workshop. People would stop their cars, roll down their windows to wave to me. So Sunday was the last day that I was Santa, and that day was pretty quiet in the shopping center. So it was a little more boring. And strangely enough, we had several people bring their dogs. Probably about 10 people total who brought their dogs on Sunday to take a picture with Santa. And dogs are okay. Some of them are more rambunctious than others, but for the most part they were well behaved. But you never know how a dog is going to react. Because if a baby gets scared, it may pull your beard. Or maybe kick you a little bit. But that's about the extent of it. But if a dog gets scared, it could potentially do something that actually really hurt. But none of them had that problem. But after 3 days of doing Santa, I was definitely worn out. As an introvert, it can be exhausting to be constantly on. And while I thoroughly enjoy it, I am very glad when it's over and I can take a break. So that was my 3 days after Thanksgiving. And today, I finally got something in the mail that I ordered that I'm going to be able to use for my next video. And I'm very, very excited that I finally found this material that I can use. And I hope that my next video is a great one. It's going to be kind of iffy, because I'm going to be making something, and I hope that it turns out okay. But I'm debating whether I should try making it first before I make the video, or just go ahead and make it for the first time on the video. One is definitely more exciting, but potentially a higher rate of failure. But I guess I could always just not post the video, or post it as a blooper, or something like that. So I look forward to doing that, maybe by the end of this week, or over the weekend. So it may be my next video, or I may do one more Doodle video before that one. Well, it looks like this video is about to come to a close. I've pretty much filled up my paper. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again in a few days. Bye.